the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
I feel like I was just on another planet.
Welcome back once again, race fans, here to the Turn 3 Racing Network tonight. Swift, MotorSports, BUTTKICKER, Breezy Acre Dairy Farms Xfinity Series fires things off for the final time here in season number 3. That's right, championship night under the lights. Once again, here at Homestead Miami Speedway, had a little rain shower roll through. Air Titans took care of that. Drivers getting ready to get out there on the track for qualifying. How you doing? How you feeling out there in TV Land, race fans? Glad you could all join us here tonight. As always, Dave in the Cave bringing you all the calls from the track. And with about a minute and a half off of that qualifying stopwatch, multiple championship contenders already out there on the track. We'll get rid of the track information and bring you some of that qualifying action. There you have it. Jason Ayerson is going to go top of the speed charts right now. He'll sit in the provisional pole position with a 33.881. Jim Ott second on the board. Michael Mueller back in third. Fourth, Justin Gann. Rounding out the top 5 for the time being, the 00 of Nick Hunt. He's going to get kicked back a little bit further as fast time now belongs to Tommy Haynes. Jeff Gluckner going to go third as Michael Mueller goes back to the top of the speed charts. 33.677 is the fast time here in qualifying. Chad Osborne getting up to speed out there tonight as well. Gary May, Andy Starcher over in the admin race control booth just down the hall. Got to send a pizza and some Cokes down there. Keep those guys fed and happy. 2.5 minutes into this 5-minute qualifying session. And Jimot has now went back to the top of the speed charts. 33.586 is your quick time tonight. Championship qualifying underway. Good to see a lot of people checking in out there on the chat. I believe that is Mitchell last night. Maffett saying that he would run Mitchell's face on his car if he won the championship. Now Mitchell out in the chat saying if Pierce runs top 3, he's going to put his face on the car at Daytona. So that's going to be an interesting little deal as well. And with just about a minute and a half remaining in tonight's qualifying session, Todd Cray out there on his second time lap. Can he go a tick quicker? The 22 is sitting second in the speed charts right now, 33.675, just about a tenth off of the fast time set by the 4 of Jimot. And it's not looking good for Cray. Looks like he's going to just miss that pole position, I believe. Gary Wells, Stephen Ayers Jr., Darren Clement, they're all out on track, still trying to dethrone Jimot from the pole position. Less than 60 seconds remaining on the stopwatch here tonight in the final qualifying session of season number 3 with Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker. Breezy Acre Dairy Farms Xfinity Series, 125 laps to decide it all. And with 30 seconds remaining, I don't believe anybody's going to have anything for that fast. Auto Owners Insurance, number 4 of Jimot. He parks the Chevy Camaro on the pole here tonight. And as qualifying gets wrapped up, we're going to step away from the track for just a brief commercial break. Head down trackside for the national anthem. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Oh, say, can you see by the
broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the boats bursting in out, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And backtrack side as we get ready to fire things off. Drivers making their way to the starting grid. No real need to throw the points information up for you. We'll toss it at you real quick, though, just to let you get an idea. All of the drivers that are going to be on the left-hand side of your screen highlighted in that turn 3 orange, just like your race winners here. They're going to be your championship 8. There you can see them all lined up. Justin Gann, Darren Clement, Nick Hunt, Pierce Maffett, Jim Ott, Gary May, Todd Cray, Jeff Gluckner, all going to fight it out for a championship trophy here tonight. So we'll do away with your point standings as the drivers begin to fire those engines. You can hear those bells ringing in the background for the final time. It's time to run down tonight's starting lineup here in championship night at Homestead, Miami Speedway for Swift Motorsports. Butt Kicker Breezy Acre Dairy Farms Xfinity Series, snatching the final pole of season number 3, starting inside row number 1, the 4 of Gemma. Fast as always, the 22 of Todd Cray going to line up just to his outside. Michael Mueller and Justin King make up row number 2. Row 3 here tonight, the 44 of Jason Harrison and the 00 of Nick Hunt. Back row number 4, the Bush 32 of Darren Clement. Tommy Haynes going to line up just to his outside. Inside row number 5, the 98. Hunter Collier rounding out the top 10 just to his outside, the 24 of Jeff Glockner. Chad Osborne, Pierce Maffett back in row 6, row 7 here tonight from Homestead. Gary Wells, John Wimbish, Stephen Ayers Jr., and Gary May gonna round out the running order back in row number 8 here tonight. Big shout out to Andy Starcher and Don Kidder, as we said, down the hall in the race control admin booth, keeping the driver straight all night long, and we're gonna get set to fire things off once again. Drivers ready to go, double file out of turn number 4 behind the iRacing base car. Wait for it. Here we go. Green flag flies for the first time here tonight at Homestead. Even run there up through the gears for the 4 of Jim Ott, your pole sitter, and Todd Cray. They're going to stay stacked up really close here. Here's Michael Mueller. He's looking for a solid run here tonight. Mueller all over the tail end of the 4. They'll stay double file, 3 now, 4 rows deep still, and a few drivers getting off to a slow start here tonight. Stephen Ayers Jr., John Wimbish, as well as Chad Osborne, Pierce Mapp, and Gary May. A little bit of worries, a little bit of trouble already for those drivers. Michael Mueller going to work that inside lane. He's going to look to make a pass on Justin Gann, hanging it to the high side. He's got help behind him. The double-O, guard your manhood of Nick Hunt running that Toyota Supra. Nice here tonight. Looks like we've got a little mixed bag of the manufacturers at the front of this field. 2 bow ties followed by a Toyota. Then 1 blue oval. That's right, a fast Ford Mustang. Justin Gann running in the 4th position right now. There you can see him just in front of Jason Harrison. They make their way off of turn number 2 back down the backstretch. Once again, we'll throw the timing and scoring up for you over there on the left-hand side of your screen. You can follow along just here. A little bit of a stack up now as Jason Harrison and Tommy Haynes, they're going to battle for the 6th and 7th position on track. Things beginning to stretch themselves out just a little bit. So we'll back up, take another little look at this battle that's continuing to rage on. Nick Hunt, Jason Harrison, Tommy Haynes right there as well, just behind Haynes. Darren Clement in the 32, he's starting to try to make some moves. Clement looking to drop to the bottom was last night's race winner in the Butt Kicker Performance Truck Series right here for Swift Motorsports. Can he capture another checkered flag here tonight and walk away with 2 sets of hardware, putting 3 trophies in the case through the course of the championship week here at Homestead Miami Speedway for Swift Motorsports? You're watching the Season 3 Grand Finale. Jim Ott, Todd Cray, Michael Mueller, Justin Gann all running right where they started tonight's race. Nick Hunt up 1 spot while Jason Harrison falls back to the 6th position. He's going to drop just 1 spot. Not a lot of big movers so far. Gary Wells in the 11. He's up 3 spots from where he started tonight's race. He's your biggest mover so far. He's back in 10th. Now Todd Cray all over Jim Ott. Not quite going to make that pass. He's going to hound the rear view mirror for a little while, see if he can force a mistake out of that 4 of Ott. And I tell you what, since we're so close, why don't we get up close and personal? Why don't we jump on board here with the driver sitting in that 2nd position, on board now with Cray. Todd gonna follow him right down into the corner. There you can see an attempt at the crossover, just enough track. He's going to look to slide up beside him on the exit. He's got the 3rd position now down on the bottom of the racetrack, and he's going to take the top spot. That's going to give us our first lead change of the night. 2 different race leaders, no cautions so far. We've only seen a handful of cautions so far this week. I believe it's only been 4 cautions over the course of the past 2 races. Last night's caution, the first caution flew at lap 108, so very long green flag racing action all night under the lights here on the Turn 3 Racing Network with Swift Motorsports. Front 3 starting to stretch their legs just a little bit over Nick Hunt, Justin Gann, and Jason Harrison, who are 4th, 5th, 6th on the speedway. Tommy Haynes, Darren Clement back in the 8th position. Hunter Collier and Gary Wells still rounds out your top 10. Cray starting to open up that gap, open up that race, open up the distance already early in the race, crossing the line to begin lap 10 out of the 125 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. And just off in the distance, you can find the 10 of Gary May struggling here tonight, having an issue on the opening lap. put him a little bit behind the 8 ball, and he is now going to have to fight hard to keep himself on the lead lap very, very early here tonight. Not too far off in front of him, Pierce Maffett in the 41. He's about a half a lap down from your race leader, Todd Cray, as now a gap begins to develop between Cray and Ott and Mueller, about the same distance back from Jim Ott. Justin Gann and Nick Hunt, they battle, swap positions on the racetrack. Hunt has been dedicated to that high line. You've been able to watch him lap after lap after lap. He keeps that the Benz 00 up there at the top of the speedway. He's going to drop it to the middle of the track here, trying to use a little bit of that side draft to slow the run down of Justin Gann. He's going to do so. There you can see him, just a little bit of a weave right by that left rear quarter panel. That right rear quarter panel, that's going to be just enough to slow the run down by Gann. Now he's going to power around down on the bottom. Keep an eye on the front of the field as your race leader Todd Cray has opened up that distance. Now 0.4 of a second separates himself from Jim Ott. Jim Ott has right at about a second back to Michael Mueller. So things starting to stretch out. Excuse me, my goodness. Starting to stretch out at the front, big man on top. 3 drivers, big battle right here. Justin Gann, Nick Hunt, Jason Ayerson, Darren Clement right there in the mix. Tommy Haynes, don't count him out, the 17. Just kind of waiting in the wings right now in the catbird seat, as you may have heard before. So if something goes wrong, he's right there. He can pounce and also give himself enough time to try to avoid it, try to stop from being involved in it. Back behind Hunter Collier inside the 98 machine, Gary Wells and Jerry Luckner. They're going to start to battle with each other. Let's go back, take a look at this little battle that's beginning to brew. Multiple drivers really liking that high line, liking to put it up at the top, liking to try to keep the momentum running, but that's what you gotta be careful of right there. The 11 of Gary Wells oversteps it just a little bit. Slight contact with the right side of the car in the outside safer barrier. Doesn't look like it was too bad, just a little bit of a rub. Almost a Darlington stripe, if you will, here from Homestead, Miami Speedway. We'll jump back around the racetrack just a little bit more, try to bring you some more of the racing action as it all goes down out there. My goodness. It goes down out there on the track, working their way off of turn number 2, back down the backstretch. Justin Gann starts to open up over Nick Hunt. Jason Ayerson still right there. Tommy Haynes starting to look to the inside of Darren Clement for 7th. Side by side now between Haynes and Clement. Jason Ayerson going to look to the inside of Nick Hunt, back into 1. Go ahead into the back stretch and down towards turn number 3. Justin Gann still leads him. Before Ayerson digging down on the bottom, and he's going to snatch that spot up. He's going to grab the position, grab the spot from Nick Hunt. Hunt now going to be chasing the rabbit instead of being the rabbit. Jason Ayerson, he's going to go up there and try to catch Justin Gann. Gann losing a little bit that last time around to the drivers behind him. He was about 2/10 off of the race pace that Jason Ayerson had right there last time around. We'll have to see if it was because of a draft, as that lap times begin to level off. Looks like they're going to stack them up once again. Nick Hunt You've seen him all race long, race fans. He's up there on the high side, running that Larson line right up next to the outside line, flirting with disaster. If you ask me, I mean, it's fast up there. You can find the pace, you can find the grip, but if you miss it one time, it could spell some big time troubles for you. And with Hunt being one of those championship contenders, you gotta wonder if maybe the crew chief spot or maybe the next one's on the horn saying, hey, you know, long way to go. We still got 106 laps in tonight's race. Let's keep it down off of the wall a little bit. Let's be around for the end of it. And just as I say that, he goes right back to the top. He's going to try to close back in on Darren Clement, who is now running in sixth. With all that happening, let's jump back to the battle at the front of this field, because Todd Cray has got company once again. Jim Ott right there, locked in, loaded, ready to snatch that spot back after walking away with the pole position. He gave up the top spot, but now he looks to take that position back from Cray as we look back off of the rear deck lid. And there he goes. He's going to make his move down to the inside. Does he pull the pass? Not quite gonna get there. He's gonna surge back now. Trying to get it, trying to work it off of turn number 4. They'll head back towards the start-finish line. Drag race. Who's gonna take the top spot? At the line, it's gonna go to Jim Ott. Ott gonna become the race leader once again here tonight. So 2 lead changes, 2 different drivers. You're looking at both of them, Jim Ott, Todd Cray, heavyweights, battling it out for the Season 3 championship. Who's going to have that knockout blow here tonight? Who's going to have the crew chief willing to risk it tonight? 22 laps into this initial green flag run, you got to start wondering, when will we see drivers to pit road? We seen them to pit road last night in the Performance Truck Series right around lap number 30, so we're knocking on the door of that pit window. I would suspect to see them to pit road here within the next 10 laps. Right at that 100 lap remaining threshold. So I tell you what, if you haven't already, race fans, go ahead, drop these drivers a thumbs up, show them some love and support for all they've done all season long right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Go ahead, click subscribe, smash that bell over there on the right hand side. Get notified anytime we go live. Get notified at the start of season number 4. That's right, coming right back at you right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, your home for Swift. Todd Cray now stretching his legs over Michael Mueller, 1.5 seconds back to the third place runner, but Jim Ott, he's opened things up. He's gotten around a back marker or 2, and there you can see that distance as now the Auto Owners Insurance 4 steps away, almost a 1-second lead for Jim Ott. We'll jump back to a battle, a 3-car battle here. Justin Gann, Jason Ayerson, as well as the 32 of Darren Clement. They're beginning to run down Michael Mueller. There you can see the 51 not too far off in front. Mueller dedicated and committed to running that high line as well. Is that the route to go? These drivers are starting to reel him in. The 5 cars all lined up running with each other, 4 of them on the lead lap. I believe that is the 10. No, that is the 41 of Pierce Maffitt, who is already listed off of the lead lap. Championship contender with some early trouble here tonight. Pierce Maffitt finds himself off of the lead lap very early. His championship hopes slipping away here tonight under the lights from Homestead, Miami Speedway in Swift. MotorSports BUTTKICKER Breezy Acre Dairy Farms Xfinity Series. Everybody chasing the fast man in qualifying. Jim Ott was your pole sitter with a 33.586. Gave up the race lead for a handful of laps, has since charged back to the front and opened up over the field. 1.7 seconds back to Todd Cray. Cray with the same distance back to your third place runner, the 51 of Michael Mueller. Mueller, your highest running Toyota Supra driver. Then you'll find your fastest Ford right there in front of you. Whoa, big moment for Mueller. He gets all sorts of sideways coming out of turn 4. That's going to give the fast Mustang of Justin Gann the run he needs. Can he get by and take the final spot in the podium spots away from Mueller running down at the bottom? He's going to surge forward on the outside. Here comes Jason Ayerson looking for some spots. Although this is some great racing action right here, it is hurting these drivers from catching Todd Cray and Jim Ott while they were too wide, 2 rows deep there for that lap and a half. They gave up about 0.6 of a second each lap. The gap now back from Todd Cray over 2 seconds back to Justin Gann, who's been able to get up into that third position, take the final podium spot from Michael Mueller. Darren Clement on the outside now, trying to keep Jason Ayerson back in the 6th position. That's going to be a close, hard-fought battle here. Still 3 cars all lined up with each other. Nick Hunt and the 00 just back behind them. We've got 3 Toyotas all lined up on the track. Let's take a look at the Supra parade. Nick Hunt, Tommy Haynes, Hunter Collier right there as well. The 98 machine. Let's take a look at him. He's been running well here tonight for the L&J Welding and Fabrication. Collier Motorsports driver. Hunter, fine job so far here tonight, right where he started tonight's race, inside the top 10, sitting in that 9th position. Will he have enough to get to the front towards the end of the night? Gary May gonna pull the 10 to pit road as the 11 of Gary Wells also comes down this time around. Back to the 3-car battle at the front of the field. Justin Gann, Michael Mueller, Jason Ayerson still nose to tail, fighting over 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th on the racetrack. There you can see the Busch Ford Mustang of Darren Clement. Little bit of a connection problem there for Mueller. A little bit of Magic Man moment. Now you see me, now you don't. He's back on the track, back ripping the lip on the high side. And these 2 drivers starting to separate themselves from Ayerson and Clement, who are going at it for 5th and 6th on the speedway. Not much to say about the drivers at the front. Jim Ott, he's going to pull the pit road, and so does Todd Cray. Big stack up as Michael Mueller comes down. Darren Clement, Jason Ayerson also follows him to pit road. Hunter Collier going to pull his machine down for service and tires as well. That's going to give us a new race leader. 3 lead changes, 3 different race leaders. Justin Gann going to stay out on track, and he's going to lead a lap tonight. Bringing the car down the pit road this time around. It was enough to get himself a point for leading a lap, and it very well may come down to just these moments like that. Last night we seen in the Performance Truck Series, the championship decided over 1 point. Bonus points is what saved the championship for Sean Kozier, walking away with the Season 3 championship trophy in the Performance Truck Series right here in Swift Motorsports. Will we see those bonus points come into play once again? Race leader, your pole sitter, Jim Ott, back to the front of the field. 4th lead change of the night. He's got the pole points. He's got laps led here as well, so he's padding his back pocket with a few extra points just in case he needs them here tonight. Still looking to lead the most laps. 35 laps into tonight's race, and we are already clean and green through one round of green flag pit stops. Gap between your race leader, Jim Ott, and Todd Cray, still right at that 2-second mark, so not gaining much, if anything, through that green flag cycle for your race leader. Big time gain for this driver, though, right here. Darren Clement, he's now in 4th, right on the rear deck lid of that 51 of Michael Mueller. Clement looking to grab a podium spot. We'll jump on board here. And I know the banking doesn't seem much here at Homestead, but let's feel it in the corner, riding with that 32 of Clement. Track just nice and levels off right there. You'll notice the progressive banking in this track. That means as it gets a little steeper as you go from bottom to top, able to lean on the track a little bit and wash up the track on exit. But what a run on the outside for Mueller. We had all but written him off with the pass here from Darren Clement, but no, Mueller's gonna have none of it. He's gonna keep the 3rd spot for now. Last time around, Todd Cray setting fast time here in race trim, a 33.67. Look around the track, see if we can find some more battles out here on the raceway. What do you say we jump to a battle for a spot inside the top 10? There you can see that 24 Chevy Camaro, the iRacing Drivers World sponsored 24 of Jeff Gluckner. He sits in 11th. He's trying to get into the top 10, pounding the 56 of John Glendish. That Texaco Havoline machine running well here tonight. He's up 4 positions from where he started tonight's race. Glendish, your biggest mover so far. Jump back up to what's beginning to look like it's going to be that 4-car battle once again. There you can see Mueller and Clement. Justin Gann beginning to run them down. Jason Anderson and Nick Hunt not too far back off of Gann's rear deck lid. No, you're kidding, does he? He does. He does. And I tell you what, we're gonna give it all the time it deserves. Check it out on the hood. Tell you what, do we have trying to check with him right there? It is. Check him out. Sean Mitchell looking cool out there on the front end of the Blues Diecast 41, piloted by Pierce Maffitt. He's a man of his word, race fans. He said he would do it, and he has done it. Got a little bit of damage on the rear end, a little bit of crinkles in the hood, but Pierce Maffitt living up to his word. He's going to put Sean Mitchell on the hood of the car, and Mitchell going to ride with him tonight. Do appreciate it out there, Steven, for checking in, letting us know about that. Unfortunately, checking in during the race. When your crew's down there still trying to fix the car, tough break for you tonight, bud. We do hope to get back out there on track, but do appreciate you helping point that out to us here tonight. And man, well, I don't know. It may or may not work out for Pierce Maffitt here. Already 1 lap down. Still a long way to go. 20 laps away from the halfway point here in tonight's 125 lap event. But he's got to finish top 3. If he does, then Pierce gets his face on Sean Mitchell's hood for the season opener in season number 4 here in Swift Motorsports. So will we see a trend of drivers betting their faces for the cars? I don't know, is that something you do, bet your face? Can you bet your face? I mean, is that even allowed? I mean, I know it's America, but is that even a thing? Nah, I don't know. Gary Wells, though, in that throwback Mountain Dew machine, looking nice and clean. I like that paint job. Really, really like that car. He's going to go to the outside of Pierce Maffitt. He'll take away the 3rd position now as May tries to close back in on Gary Wells. He's got quite a gap to go and almost a lap to do it as well. So we'll jump back up to some of the battles towards the front of the field. Why don't we run back up here with that 30 of Justin Gann, now switching gears to the 51 of Michael Mueller and Darren Clement as they continue to battle for the final spot in the podium positions here tonight from Homestead. Just about 13 laps into this green flag run, and we are starting to see some gaps develop throughout this field. Todd Cray hasn't been able to really cut in to that race lead of Jim Ott very much. Came out of pit road, out of the green flag pit cycle, 2 seconds down. He's been able to cut half a second out of that race lead, but Cray kind of stymied right now in that 2nd position, not really going anywhere at the moment. Todd Cray does continue to have that 2-second gap back to this battle on screen between the 51 of Michael Mueller and the 32 of Darren Clement. Crossing the stripe, 1 car length separate the two once again. Side by side into 3, Clement on the bottom, Mueller at the top. The 32 looks to take the spot away. And as these two have been battling side by side, Justin Gann has tiptoed slowly up here to this battle. There you can see him just off in the background as now Clement gonna secure that spot. Heading back off of the corner, down the back stretch, back into turn number 3 and 4. We're going to look to fight back. Will he be able to get there in time and take the spot away back across the line? Doesn't look like he's going to be able to do so. Out of 4, they go back across the stripe and back down into turn number 1. With the tail once again, they'll make their way out of turn number 2, come around. There's your race leader. There's Todd Cray. There's the battle for 3rd place. Coming right at you, right down the backstretch into turn number 3. They'll continue to go at it right here on the speedway. 50 laps in to the 125-lap racing event. We've still got just over halfway to go here tonight. A lot of green flag racing still left to be had. Not a lot of battles for position on track at the moment, though. This is going to be your closest battle out there on the track. 3 cars involved. Clement, Mueller, Gann back, mixing it up once again. Justin looking to go back to, if I'm not mistaken, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but I do believe Justin walked away with the championship in the Xfinity Series last season as well. So if he can do it, not just going to be a big thing with the paint scheme on the car, the sponsor of that fast Ford Mustang of Justin Gann. He's been fast all season long, got to victory lane multiple times here so far this year. But Gann may be able to go back-to-back championship winning performances here in the 2021 four-season-long year. Is that the right way to say that? 4 seasons in 1 year here for Swift Motorsports. 15 races. We're down to the final one here tonight. That's right, under the lights, championship night. And Gann is looking for 4th. And I tell you what, since we're right around that halfway point, why don't we jump back up front to your race leader. There you can see him right there on screen. Jim Mott continuing to lead tonight, and he's continuing to pad that back pocket, really begin to put down the laps led, and that very well may buy him a few bonus points here tonight that may play into hand by the end of this thing. Let's get rid of some of the graphics, and let's run down some of your driver and highlights here in the final race of season number 3 for Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Breezy Acre Dairy Farms Xfinity Series, the Jackson, Michigan native. Inside that auto owner's insurance number for your pole sitter, your race leader, your highest running championship contender, the 4 of Jim Mott leads this field as he looks to put Pierce Maffitt down a second lap here tonight. The driver just behind him on track, just behind him in the championship running order, Todd Cray in the 22 machine, running strong here tonight as we've seen him all season long in that Infinite Hero 22 machine. Can he get to the front of the field one more time and walk away with yet another checkered flag this season? Still a long way to go. Cray sits in second. Things getting a little interesting for the Virginia Beach native driving that Ayers Eye Racing paints. The sponsored RB Custom Rigs machine, the 30 of Gann, pilots his fast Ford Mustang to the final spot in the podiums, but he's got a lot of other drivers around him. Well, he had a lot, one of them disappearing for just a moment. Gann with a fine run. He looks to make history and walk away with another championship trophy. We'll have to wait to see if he can get the job done. For now, Gann sits in third. Darren Clement in the Busch. The Ford GTR Simulator Infinite Hero 32 machine. He's going to look for some more positions. He's sitting fourth on the speedway, looking to walk away with some more hardware and take it home to Kissimmee, Florida. Can he get the job done and walk away with a little bit more hardware? Went to victory lane last night here in Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Performance Truck Series. Clement wants some more. Driver rounding out the top 5 for the moment. That's the 51 of Michael Mueller. Mueller doing a fine job here tonight. Really likes that high line, and I think that may be wearing the tires out a little bit more than what he may like as Mueller begins to fall into the clutches of the man to the inside. Let's go ahead and highlight the Carlton, Michigan Dragons Garden Pure Ink sponsored Jason Ayerson. Whoa, bit of a moment back there. Who was that? Trying to see who that was. I believe that may have been the 5 of Chad Osborne with a little bit of a moment. No, Osborne off of the racetrack. Who was that? Driver absolutely sideways. Jump around, check out the 17 of Tommy Haynes. There we can see that Budweiser machine nice and clean here tonight four Toyotas all lined up with each other in the run order, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th on the speedway. Haynes sitting in 8th, and there you can see Hunter Collier in that 98 Toyota Supra. Look at that hair. I'm telling you. I said it once already this season. I'm going to say it again. Ain't nobody got hair better than my man Hunter. I mean, just look at it. It's right there. I was going to say, I promise I'm not crazy, but then we would all know that that was a lie, so I'll just keep that one to myself. Or now that I said it, never mind. Drivers last to pit road right around the 32 to 35 lap mark. We are inching our way closer to what should be our second round of green flag pit stops here tonight from Homestead Miami Speedway. Quick pace as these drivers have been clean and green all night long. Jason Ayerson gonna take the last spot inside the top 5, and he's gonna look to get a little bit of a pull off of the tail end of that 41 of Pierce Maffitt. Maffitt now listed 2 laps down. First driver off of the lead lap, listed at 2 laps down. Jeff Gluckner, last driver on the lead lap, as green flag pit stops have begun. Todd Cray, Michael Mueller, and Nick Hunt all come to pit road this time around. We'll jump back up with your race leader, Jim Ott, as he's beginning to run into some more of the back markers here. And it looks like a little bit of a short pit by a few of the drivers. Maybe Mueller, Cray, Hunt trying to leapfrog a few of the drivers that they're racing on track right now. They're going to have to do something different if they're going to want to dethrone the run right now by Jim Ott, because he is absolutely on fire. He's on point in a nice solid rhythm here tonight, just past the halfway point, race fans. So just 62 laps remaining here tonight as your race leader works his way back off of turn number 4. He'll cross the stripe. Lap number 65 now underway. Already a 3-lap difference on the tires for Jim Ott compared to Todd Cray and Michael Mueller. Nick Hunt all to pit road back on lap number 62. I don't know. If I'm the crew chief on that 4 machine, I know you got to kind of stick to your guns when your fuel strategy is concerned, but giving up a ton of time right now is Justin Gann. He comes to pit road this time around. Gann was one of your last drivers on the pit road after that first round of green flag pit stops, or during that round of green flag pit stops, we should say. Now he's going to hit pit road before your race leader does. So indeed, in extending the fuel run, extending the tire life, Jim Ott, he's going to look to stay out another lap. We'll jump a little closer to the field. What do you say right there? Check that out. Nice and clean. No crinkles, no dents, no dings. The auto owners, 4 of Jim Ott, looking pretty here tonight, and he is liking what he's seeing in the rear view mirror, and that's absolutely nothing. Tell you what, why don't we jump on board? I do believe we've got an onboard camera shot as he comes to pit road. There's the man putting in the work inside his office. The 4 of Jim Ott. He's going to go ahead and pull to pit lane this time around. That's going to bring Darren Clement and Jason Ayerson down with him. Tommy Haynes, next driver in line. He's going to stay out on the track, and Haynes is going to lead a lap. That's going to give us 5 different race, 5 lead changes for race leaders here tonight. No caution flags to speak of. We'll get to some house cleaning here in just a moment. We'll let the green flag pit cycle sort itself out. as it looks like Tommy Haynes is going to be the last driver to pit road here for the second time. And how about that? It's happened. It's been done. Tommy Haynes gonna lead a lap, but he's gonna pull the pit road. And how about this? There's that 22 of Todd Cray. And have we seen it unfold? The big undercut by these drivers at the front of the field. 3 laps before Justin Gann came to pit road, Todd Cray came down for service and tires. As Cray goes back to the point, 6 different lead change here tonight. Cray, look at that advantage, 4.7, almost a 5-second advantage with 3-lap older tires than Justin Gann, but 5-lap older tires than Jim Ott. You can see the gap over a 5-second deficit by Ott by staying out those 5 laps, so he was giving up a lot of track time to Todd Cray. And we said, were they trying that undercut? And that looks to be exactly what has happened. Nick Hunt, Michael Mueller, a little bit slower, getting back up to speed, getting back on the racetrack with those cold, fresh tires, not able to make the most of it, or at least not able to make as much as Todd Cray was able to make up. Both of those drivers, however, made a few positions up. Nick Hunt runs in the top 5 now, while Michael Mueller struggling with some pace. He sits back in 6th. Then Mueller going to come to pit road again. We may have seen our first driver popped by the pit road police here tonight. Michael Mueller heads back down pit lane. And as we close in on just about 54 laps remaining here in tonight's official race distance, we'll do a little bit of house cleaning real quick for you. 16 drivers took to the starting grid here tonight. We have still got, it looks like now that Michael Mueller has been off track, looks like we've still got 12 drivers out there running on the track with just 9 left on the lead lap. John Limbish, the last driver listed on the lead lap. Jeff Gluckner listed 1 lap down in the 24 Chevy Camaro, the iRacing Drivers World sponsored 24, struggling with some long run pace here tonight. And Gluckner gonna fall off the lead lap. Gluckner now gonna go down 1 lap. He'll be listed first driver off of the lead lap in that lucky dog position. And man, I'm telling you, things heating up. Jim Ott, Justin Gann. There you can see a pass for that second position just this lap through 1 and 2. Jim Ott's going to grab that second spot back away from Justin Gann, and he's got the freshest tires on the track. Darren Clement also pitting on lap 67. Jason Ayerson, who's back in the 6th spot. He was last to pit road on lap 67 as well. Still a lot of time to make up for Jim Ott, though. He came back out onto the racetrack right at 5 seconds behind your race leader Todd Cray, and he's been able to cut into that race lead, but only about 1.3 seconds. He's still sitting 3.6 seconds back off of Cray right now. Last time around, he was about 0.3 faster that last lap than your race leader. So Jim Ott definitely on the gas, definitely heading in the right direction. And as we are just past the 50 lap to go mark, we're going to step away for just a brief commercial break. We'll get things set up and ready to run. Green flag all the way to the end. Don't worry, race fans. You won't miss a thing as we go swift side by side. continue this long green flag run here tonight at a Homestead Miami Speedway Championship night under the lights for Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Breezy Acre Dairy Farms Xfinity Series. We are down to just 40, 20, 45, 25, 75, 45 laps away from tonight's checkered flag. Will your championship winner walk away with the checkered flag here tonight in 2 sets of hardware? Nobody's done it so far except for Kevin Burrows this week when we hit the track for the first time. Championship week here for Swift Motorsports. Kevin Burrows snatching the checkered flag in the Butt Kicker Airs iRacing Paints Arca Menard Series on Monday night. Walked away with the race win, walked away with the checkered flag. Crazy battle Monday night, coming off of turn number 4 to decide the championship. Crazy battle at the end of last night's Performance Truck Series Championship. 1 point decided who walked away with the championship trophy last night. How close will it be here tonight as Todd Cray, his gap is beginning to go away now, down under 2 seconds separate the 22 of Cray and the 4 of Gemot. Sliding up the track goes Justin Gann just off in front of the 24 of Jeff Gluckner. Gluckner going to be listed as the first driver 1 lap down. As not very many battles out there on track, but let's jump to one right here between the 17 of Hunter Collier and Tommy Haynes. They'll battle it out 7th and 8th on the speedway. Only real battle for position on the track as the 17 puts the Budweiser machine down to the bottom of the racetrack. He'll get the spot through 3 and 4. Collier gonna look to fight back on the front stretch. Up close and personal, what do you say? Coming right at you. Drivers gonna make their way through 1 and 2. Back down the back stretch once again. The battle's still gonna rage on down to number 3. There they go, flying by the camera, coming down now into the center of the corner. They'll fire ahead off of turn 4. Back across the stripe, chasing those drivers out in front. Will they get there? How soon? And will it be within enough time? We know everybody's going to have to make at least one more green flag pit stops. But will we see another late race caution like we seen last night? And will that throw the field in a little bit of an upside down moment? We've seen some craziness happen last night in the Performance Truck Series. Will we see it here once again tonight? Shifting to another battle, because here comes Jason Ayerson. He looks to grab the 5th spot away from Nick Hunt. And man, oh man, now those fresher tires really starting to show up for Gemot. He is there. He has run down your race leader, Todd Cray. Let's jump up to the battle for the top spot. On the track, Gemot led the entire second green flag run. These two drivers pretty much split that initial green flag run, so the laps led department very close between these two drivers. 5 lap fresher tires on that 4 of Gemot. He's hounding the 22, looking all over his right rear. Oh, and contact. They both go into the wall. Cray goes into the wall. Ott goes into the wall. Drivers go around. Oh my gosh. Let's take a look back one more time. Oh my gosh. Sliding up the track, not clear enough, and hard impact for both Todd Cray. Ugh. Worse impact for that 4 of Gemot. Man, that is going to be a tough pill to swallow here from that 4 of Odd, one of the fastest drivers on track. Contact between himself and this man right here, Todd Cray. Cray not so worse for wear, but he is still not 100% as he is falling back right into the clutches of the fast Ford of Justin Gangan. Now all over the rear deck lid of Todd Cray as he looks to take the top spot. He'll go to the inside here, going down the front stretch. They'll cross the line. Big move to the bottom of the track for Gann. He'll get down into one, close off of through the center of the corner. They'll make their way off of turn number 2 as Justin Gann continues to close in. Let's get a little closer to this action. Close racing action right here at the front of field. Justin Gann looks to the inside. He'll complete the pass. New race leader once again back at the point. 7th lead change of the night as Justin Gann snatches that top spot once again with just 35 laps to go. Man, oh man. When does Todd Cray pull it to pit road? How about Jim Ott? Where did he fall to? All the way back to the 6th position right now. As Todd Cray, he's going to pull the pit road this time around. This may be the final stop for Todd Cray. Does he fix any damage? Or does he just get the 4 fresh tires and hope the undercut will be enough? Gonna jump back with Jim Ott because there's the 17 of Tommy Haynes. Haynes able to get his way up and around that 4. So Ott losing a spot, but going right back to the 6th position as Todd Cray has come to pit lane. The first driver on the lead lap to pit road for what should be the final green flag stop of the night. And man, that is a tough look for that 4 of Jim Ott. Running great all night long. Your pole sitter was knocking on the door of being the driver that led the most laps here tonight as well. Can the 4 salvage his championship hopes with a championship contender at the front, leading the race by 1.7 seconds back to your race leader, Justin Gann, as he makes his way off of 4 back across the stripe. Will begin lap number 94 out of the 125 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. Pierce Maffett, after the trouble early here tonight on lap number 1, he has since been able to recover. Now going to fall a 3rd lap down to the race leader, Justin Gann, as Todd Cray back down to pit road for another stop. Looks like he's going to fall well off of the lead lap. Todd Cray may be done as far as fighting for that championship trophy. The 10 of Gary May has went up and around him, as well as Pierce Maffett. And now a 4th lap down falls Cray. 1 lap, you may get back. 2, if you're lucky. 3, 4 laps down, you're gonna be hard pressed to make back that difference on the track. And now Todd Cray sees his championship slip away. Cray is going to be left down on pit road. Tough break here tonight. Looks like his championship hopes have went out the window. Gary May, Pierce Maffett, they're right there on the cusp of being out of the championship hunt, as well as we begin The rundown now, just 28 laps remaining here for the final race in season number 3. We've put 14 in the books, one more left. And Justin Gann managing the gap, managing the pace. When will he pull that 30 down for the final fuel and service? Can he walk away with the checkered flag and the season championship? Can he do it 2 seasons in a row? Justin Gann looks to solidify himself in Swift history by going back-to-back championship performances here in the Butt Kicker Breezy Acre Dairy Farms Xfinity Series. And well, Stephen, you very well may get your wish. Out there in the chat earlier, Stephen saying that he hoped that Justin Gann could pilot that Ayers iRacing Paints Ford Mustang to victory lane and walk away with not just the race win, but the championship trophy. And as Darren Clement pulls his 32 to pit road for the final time, Gann's going to open up with a 7.2 second advantage over Jason Ayrson. Ayrson with 2 lap fresher tires, but Gann not going to play around. He's going to pull to pit road. Locks up the rear tires, going to have to check the stopwatch. Don't want to get caught speeding at this point in time. When does Jim Ott come to pit road? Sitting in the 3rd position right now. Will he stay out to get a handful more laps led here? He's going to be able to stay out on track pretty much longer than anybody else. And nope, he's going to go ahead and pull the pit road this time around. Looks like the field may belong to this man right here. Coming to pit road back on lap number 98. Will it be enough to leapfrog and undercut the 30 of Justin Gann, who's getting up to speed now? And it looks like Clement gonna make the pass. Right around turn number 2, you should see Justin Gann just now rejoining the racetrack, all the way up to speed as Darren Clement on the outside, and he's going to take that top spot away. Clement to the point. Went to victory lane. A handful of times this season, sorry race fan, went to victory lane a handful of times this season. Darren Clement came into tonight's race in a good spot as far as your championship contenders are concerned. Had some good runs walking into the racetrack here tonight to back him up. Will he have the pace inside of that Busch machine to keep the 30 of Justin Gann behind him? Your top 3 drivers on track. First, second, and third, all championship contenders. Darren Clement, Justin Gann, Nick Hunt, all battling for the top spot, all battling for the championship trophy. And with Darren Clement getting a lap led, he's going to pull even with the bonus points with Justin Gann. So it looks like this is going to be another one of those battles to the end of tonight's race. Man, we've seen it. This is going to be the 3rd night in a row here with Swift Motorsports. Right towards the end of the night, we see those top drivers all get back together. Your top 2 running within 0.3 of a second of each other. Big gap back to your 3rd place runner, Nick Hunt. He's about 6.5 seconds or so back behind Justin Gann. So really, the race lead battle is your championship battle. These 2 drivers gonna duke it out for the rest of the night. And I agreed with you, Steven. A tough break there for Todd Cray. Tough break for Jim Ott as well. Both of those 2 very fast drivers going to fall from grace. Both of those drivers going to lose a handful of laps. They're both going to watch their championship hopes go right out the window with less than 40 laps to go. Tough break for both of those drivers and crews. But you know, that's just how it goes down sometimes. That's just how the proverbial cookie crumbles. And well, with just a handful of laps remaining here tonight, do want to take a moment to thank each and every one of the sponsors here with Swift Motorsports. Big shout out to Butt Kicker coming on, sponsoring all the series in Swift Motorsports. Also a big time shout out to the sponsor on board, your race leader. That's right, Ayers High Racing Paints, sponsoring the ARCA Menard series here in season number 3. Also sponsoring your race leader. Good look up front on the front of that Ford Mustang. He's got another fast Ford battling with him. Darren Clement looks to take that spot back away, as we've now had 9 lead changes amongst 5 different drivers. Justin Gann gonna secure another lap lead. And back to, as we were saying, do want to also thank Performance Motorsports for stepping up, coming on board here for a second season in a row, sponsoring the Performance Truck Series here with Swift Motorsports, and Breezy Acre Dairy Farms coming on board, sponsoring season number 3's Xfinity class here in Swift Motorsports. So a big shout out to them as well. In Hyperdrive Racing Ford sponsoring the Cup Series. Oh, we've seen it. Oh, man, close again. We almost seen top 2 contact again and have trouble. That was super close, getting down into the corner. And after you've seen two top runners, Todd Cray and Jim Ott, get that close and have trouble and watch both of their championships fly out of the window, you get a little nervous sitting on top of the pit box or up in the spotter stand, watching that close racing action between 2 top championship contenders battling for the overall race win as well as the season championship. It's all unfolding right before your eyes. 17 laps to go. Here, can Gann pull it off? This is your closest battle on the track, one of your only battles on the track, as big gaps have developed through the majority of the field here tonight. Jason Ayrson slowly starting to close in on Nick Hunt. That distance, that gap now down to just about 1 second, as big gain through the corner there for Jason Ayrson. He's going to be just a half a second back now. We'll let this battle play out for a moment. Let's go check this one out, though. Battle for the last spot on the podium here tonight. Can Jason Ayrson pilot that 44 machine up to a podium spot and spoil the run for championship contender? And the Garcher manhood depends. 00, you're watching Nick Hunt and Jason Ayrson battle side by side through 1 and 2. Battle going to be short-lived, as Ayrson going to make his way by with ease through 1 and 2. Jason Ayrson now rounds out your podium drivers. Less than 15 laps remaining. Justin Gann still has the race lead. 0.3 of a second separate your top 2 drivers. That's about 2 car lengths, 2.5 car lengths back off of the rear deck lid, off of the spoiler of that 30 Ayers High Racing Paint sponsored Ford Mustang. He's got a fast Busch Ford right behind him with a very hungry Darren Clement. Can Clement somehow come up and snatch that race win in the championship here tonight? half a second in, building the gap. Justin Gann starting to separate himself from Darren Clement, but up in his windshield, there you can see back marker. That's the 56. Texaco Haldane Ford Mustang of John Wimbish. Wimbish, last driver on the lead lap, sitting in that 7th position, just back behind. Your top two is that 24 of Jeff Gluckner. He was just put down one lap about 2 laps ago by your race leader. And how will this lap traffic come into play? Lap number 11 underway down the backstretch. Will Wimbish drop to the bottom or will he stay to the top? Gotta pick your poison. Again, gonna drop to the bottom of the speedway. Wimbish keeps it wound up at the top. If he can pull this pass off with ease out of turn 4, that's gonna vote well for his chances to continue to stretch his legs out over Darren Clement, and he's gonna make the pass. He's gonna get by Wimbish. By another half a tenth that time around for Justin Gann. With the back marker between himself and Darren Clement, he's pushed it from 7/10 of a second, now almost 1.4. So the gap doubling, going down the backstretch and through turn 3 and 4. Justin Gann steps away. He's got 9 laps left here to be smooth. Hit your marks, and that's all you are hearing on the radio down from the spotter stand to that 30 of Gann. Is clean and clear, buddy. Hit your marks. Keep it nice and smooth. Stay out of that outside wall. Let's bring that checkered flag home. Let's bring that championship trophy home. Less than 10 to go, 8 laps remaining here tonight in season number 3 for Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker. Breezy Acre Dairy Farms Xfinity Series. You've watched these drivers turn in lap after lap all season long. Show them some support, show them some love if you haven't already. Join us in that push to get to 3,000 subscribers. Drop these drivers that thumbs up, click subscribe, smash the bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here in the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters, we do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by. Whether you're just sliding through to say hey, or you're one of the dedicated fans, friends, family, possibly even sponsors coming, checking out the product here with Swift Motorsports. We do appreciate you coming by, stopping through. Smash that bell, and you won't have to worry about writing it down on the calendar. You'll get notifications anytime we go live, 7 days a week. Great racing action and home for Swift Motorsports. If you're looking to find yourself running in a great league, great organization, multiple different series, look no further. Head on over to Swift Motorsports, running multiple different series. Check them all out. Get over there, register, get ready, because season 4 is right around the corner. We're going to come off of turn 4. High five. How you doing? 5 laps to go for your race leader, Justin Gann, as he pilots that 30 machine back through 1 and 2. There's the gap. There's the distance. Darren Clement almost 2 seconds back now and fading. But looking at the speedway, looking at the lap times on the stopwatch last time around, Justin Gann, he's going to cross the line this time by 35:11 on the stopwatch for him. Let's see if Jason Ayerson is still the fastest driver out there on track. And Ayerson Gonna cross the line, and yes, he's gonna be the fastest driver still out there on track by just a little over 0.2 of a second. That's not gonna be enough to get there in time. As the man at the front crosses the line, 3 to go. No real battles to bring you here in the final few closing moments of season number 3 for the Butt Kicker Breezy Acre Dairy Farms Xfinity Series. So we'll stay glued to your race leader, who may be walking away with a little bit more hardware. We'll have to let the admins get the points done real fast to solidify it. Popsicle sticks for now for Justin Gann. 2 laps to go. And what a way to manage the race here. Justin Gann had managed to pretty much stay inside of that top 5 all night long. Some close battles throughout the beginning portion of the race, but really settled into a great rhythm, and it has paid off. It has shown up in this late race run. He'll make his way off of turn 4. White flag, final lap here in season number 3 for Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Breezy Acre Dairy Farms Xfinity Series Championship Night's got 2 more turns down the backstretch at a turn 2. The iRacing Paint sponsored Ford Mustang of Justin Gann leads the field. He's going to go to 3 for the final time, work his way out of 4, and head back across the line. There you see the flag chased out, checkered flag flies. Race winner for the final time in season 3, Justin Gann walks away with some hardware tonight. Darren Clement gonna finish tonight's race in a solid 2nd place. Jason Ayrson rounds out your podium drivers. Nick Hunt, Tommy Haynes round out your top 5 all. Hunter Collier gonna finish on the lead lap. He'll be the last driver on the lead lap. Back in the 6th position, John Wimbish leaving the track. Back in 7th, 8th place, Jeff Gluckner, Gary May, and Pierce Maffitt round out your top 10. And as he brings the car to the front stretch, a little bit of a smoke show here for the fans. Smoking out the boss man, Upstate Owl up there in the flag stand. Heck of a job by your race winner. The Ayers iRacing Paint sponsored Ford Mustang of Justin Gann walks away with a little more hardware, and we're going to step away, get things set up for your post-race interviews. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back. back trackside at the conclusion of season number 3 here in the Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Breezy Acre Dairy Farms Xfinity Series. Man, what a race. Another great finish here with Swift Motorsports. What better way to finish the season on out than with a little bit of drama in the championship race. But for now, tell you what, why don't we go ahead and see if we can't catch in and have a few words with some of the podium drivers here tonight. Let's see if we can't walk down a little bit. Let's see if we can't dial up the man sitting inside of that 44 machine. Jason, it's Dave. You got me? Hey, bud. How you doing? How you feeling after a fine run here tonight? Yeah, I didn't want to mention the teammate drama just because, you know, that's just, we'll leave that one for them guys to settle. But coming into tonight's race, Jason, outside of the championship 8, was there any type of strategy or game plan coming into tonight? Were you just looking to try to possibly maybe spoil the show?
I was trying to be a spoiler. Yeah, I qualified 5th, got going there for a pretty good amount of time. You know, I thought I had a decent car, but then as the night started going, I realized I was about a top 5. Really didn't have a chance to contend, but I was really hoping to pull off the upset tonight.
Well, you were really close to doing it. Just need a little bit more speed out of that 44. But Jason, my man, again, I want to congratulate you on a great run here tonight. Congratulate you on a great season as well. Not in the championship hunt here in the last race, but still a fine run all season long. Looking forward to next week, though. Or next season, I should say. What's the plans for you in the 44 crew? Are you going to stay here in the Xfinity cars, or are you going to move on maybe to the Cup Series, possibly see you running some trucks from time to time?
Well, thanks, Dave. Really, my plan is to stay here in the Xfinity Series, and I'm going to also add the Truck Series onto my schedule. Looking forward to having a lot of fun with this league. It is an awesome league. Have fun every week. The summer got tangled up with summer stuff, and looking forward to a winter where I can really sit down and really go for it.
Absolutely. Well, we look forward to catching up with you on the track once again. And as we've already said, Jason, congratulations on a great season, great run to round things out here tonight, walking away in 3rd tonight. So for the final time in season 3, would you like to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home?
Absolutely. Like to thank the admins, Swift Motorsports, Dave, you in the booth for calling these races and doing a great, phenomenal job. I'd like to thank my family for allowing me to do this. My mom, who occasionally watches when she don't fall asleep. My good buddies, my people at work, Ed, who is now retired, Clayton, Joe Jr., Doug, Mikey, AJ, Jason Briggs. I know you're not listening, but I've given you a shout out anyway. And everybody who supports us and this league, I'd like to thank everyone.
Well, my man, again, congratulations, and we'll look forward to catching up with you in season 4.
Thank you, sir. Have a great night.
All right, there you have it. Final few words from the driver walking away in that 3rd position here tonight. That was the 44 of Jason Ayrson. He had a great run throughout the season. Fell short a little bit coming to the championship 8 to walk away with a chance to fight for the championship trophy. But still, great run here tonight for Jason Ayrson. Look for him in the trucks and back right here in the Xfinity class. Let's see if we can now grab a few words with the driver that was right there towards the end, close to battling for that season championship. Let's see if we can't grab a word with your buddy, my buddy, Darren. It's Dave. You got me?
Hey, what's up, Dave?
Same old same. How about yourself, man?
Oh, just falling short again. Another race, another P2.
Well, I wasn't going to put it that way. I was going to say, man, how's it feel being so close here at the end, but coming up just a little shy? See, it sounds
Eh,
a little better that way, right?
hey,
I mean,
I just
somewhat,
gotta,
maybe.
yeah. I it was struggle all night, all race long. It was a struggle. I couldn't get the front end to tie down the way I wanted it to.
Well, you got the car to perform at some high level here tonight because you gained 5 positions throughout tonight's race. So, how was the car feeling out there? And I mean, was it more of a just a miss on the setup for you and the crew, or was the car just not really just driving the way that you really wanted it to?
Just in long run, I was doing something wrong, and the front end would not come off the corner the way I needed it to. So I'm not sure if it was a setup or just my driving style tonight.
Well, it's been a pleasure watching you all season long here, Darren. What's the plans looking forward from here? Are we gonna see you back in this Xfinity class, or are you gonna move on and continue chasing after championships, possibly in that Cup Series? Will we see you back in the trucks? Where are you heading?
Well, I'm gonna definitely be back here in the Xfinity car next season full time. Looking to jump up to the Cup Series, start filling out that roster, and give it a shot next year, full season in the next gen car.
All right. Well, Darren, again, congratulations on walking away with a great finish here tonight from Homestead Miami Speedway in the championship race. Walking away second here tonight in the podium position. So, for the final time, would you like to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home?
Yeah, thanks to the wife here for helping me, letting me do what I do here on Wednesdays and Tuesdays. Also to the admin team over here at Swift and to Dave, you up in the booth for the broadcast. I would like to, thank the sponsor Bush on the car. I'm gonna go crack one of those open tonight, and just all the drivers. Look forward to racing them next season. Hopefully, 90% will be back.
All right. Well, Darren, again, congratulations on the great run here tonight. An overall good season, good chances at a championship. We look forward to see you try to chase down a championship trophy in season 4. So until then, my man, we'll, play it safe and we'll see you at the track.
Yes, sir.
All right, there you have it. Final few words from the driver walking away in second here tonight. The driver out of Kissimmee, Florida, the East Coast Motorsports 32 Busch Ford GTR Simulator Infinite Heroes sponsored machine. Darren Clement gonna finish tonight's race in second. That's gonna lead us right along to the man of the moment, the man of the hour, walking away with some heavy hardware here tonight. Race winner, Justin Gann. It's Dave. You got me?
I got you, Dave.
Well, my man, back in victory lane, back talking to yours truly. How good's that gotta feel?
Oh man, it feels great. I did not expect to get the win tonight. Jim, he just had the car to beat, and unfortunately for him and Todd, they got mixed up. But yeah, it worked out really good for me. I get to defend the title once again.
Absolutely. So I guess the crew chiefs have gotten your ear already. I was going to say, how's it feel knowing that you walked away with not just a race win, but you got some more hardware to carry home, another season championship?
Oh yeah, gotta love the bragging rights. It's always fun between the guys. But overall, dude, it was anybody's race tonight, and it's been a great season. So I'm definitely super stoked to get the win and battle it out with Darren there and Jason. It was an awesome race.
Now, I'm going to be a little cynical for a minute here, or ask you a what if I could. Jim Ott, Todd Cray, battling for the top spot in front of you. They have contact and trouble. Did you need those two drivers to have some trouble to put yourself in the position to capitalize here tonight? Or do you think you had what it took in that 30 to run them down like we seen you do in the earlier two green flag runs?
Yeah, I think it would have been a good battle between me and the 22, but I think it would have taken a real miracle for me to catch Jim. Me and Todd, we were trying different pit strategies to see if we could change something up to get to him, and um, I think it worked out pretty well for me. I might have had a chance with Jim, but I highly doubt it. He had such a fast car all night, so it was just I was surprised I got the win.
Well, in the famous words of Nick Diaz, I'm not surprised. I'll leave the last part out. But Justin, man, great run for you here tonight. Checkered flag back into victory lane for, I believe this is your third of the season, possibly fourth. Don't have that stat at hand right now, but either way, you've
that's
been
the
here
fourth
a couple
win.
times. There you go. I knew it was 3 or 4. I'm at least that good. But nah, all jokes aside, my man, congratulations on the race win. Congratulations on another season championship. So for the final time here in season number 3 in the Xfinity series, you want to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home or at the shop?
Oh yeah, big shout out to the sponsor Airs iRacing Paints for being on the car all season long. So I definitely enjoyed running that paint scheme. I got to thank everyone from my team, everyone behind the scenes from the league. Don Kidder, Andy Starcher for running the series for us. Got to thank you for putting on the broadcast this season, and look forward to having you back next season. Putting on the owner hat here. So definitely excited to see that. I just got to thank my wife for all the support that she's given throughout the season and with the league, and let me do all this behind the scenes work. So it's just been a great experience. So definitely want to give a shout out to anybody who's looking for a league. Definitely come check us out at swiftmotorsports.com. We run Monday through Thursday, and we're getting ready to start recruitment.
That we are, and I can't wait for some of those races to go down. But until then, Justin, man, enjoy the race win. Enjoy the championship performance again. And we'll get set to catch up with you trackside in season 4. Congratulations, my man, and enjoy.
All right, I appreciate it.
All right, there you have it. Final words from Justin Gann, walking away. Back-to-back championship performances here in the Xfinity Series. Man, I tell you what a way to get the job done, walking away with the checkered flag as well as the season championship. 2 trophies going home tonight with the 30 of Justin Gann, and that's gonna do it for us race fans here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. We're all said and done with your championship week coverage here for Swift Motorsports. We do want to say thank you to each and every one of you that has tuned in throughout the season, whether you just slid through a couple of races here and there or you've been one of the dedicated fans out there in the chat all season long. We do appreciate each and every one of you. And man, I can't wait. It's going to be a fast little turnaround, only about 4 or 5 weeks off, and then we will be back trackside once again with Swift Motorsports. So if you haven't already, race fans, drop these drivers that thumbs up. Let them know you appreciate and love all the great racing action they bring to you week in and week out right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. And you can hear producers hitting those familiar sounds and tunes in the background. It's time to run down tonight's unofficial race results, walking away. That's what qualifying results, race results, there you go. Walking away with the checkered flag in the season championship, the 30 of Justin Gann. Darren Clement gonna bring the 32 home in the second spot, while third goes to the 44 of Jason Ayerson. 00 of Nick Hunt gonna finish back in fourth, while the 17 of Tommy Haynes rounds out your top 5. Hunter Collier back in sixth. John Wimbish gonna finish back in the 7th spot. He'll be listed as the first driver, 1 lap down. The 24 of Jeff Gluckner finishes the season back in 8th tonight. 9th place goes to Gary May, while Pierce Maffitt has trouble here tonight. The 41 gonna finish 3 laps down. He'll round out your top 10. Pole sitter, early race leader, championship contender Jim Ott has some trouble. He'll walk away from the track tonight back in 11th. 12th place goes to the 22 of Todd Cray. Michael Mueller in the 51 going to finish in 13th. 14th spot tonight to the 11 of Gary Wells. Chad Osborne back in 15th, while rounding out the field here tonight, the 31 of Stephen Ayers Jr. Big shout out, tip of the cap to the drivers in admin, booth, and officials. Race control, Don Kidder, Andy Starcher, keeping everybody straight out there all season long. Job well done, gentlemen. Your services are much, much appreciated. We do thank you for everything you've done here tonight, as well as all season long. And well, that's going to be it. That's going to do it for us here tonight in the booth. So, until we see you for season number 4, remember, stay safe, stay loved, my friends, and until next time, we'll be waiting for you in turn 3.